Welcome back, everybody. It's Mark. Well, we're going to do an oil change today on the Mercury 150 on the Nitro Z18. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you what we need and what's involved. Let's get to it. It's very quick. Mercury's made this very easy for people. All right, so we're going to get to it. First thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to take the cowling off the motor. Then we're going to get to draining the oil. We'll remove the oil filter, replace that, kind of look around, make sure everything's tight, and we'll have a fresh oil change. All right, here's your oil cap. That's where you're going to fill. But first, we got to drain. Here's some other key information, you guys. For the 4-stroke Mercury maintenance schedule, for 100 hours of use, they want you to do the oil, gear case lube, and inspect spark plugs, thermostat, low pressure oil filter, and your anodes. If you don't know what your anodes are, these are sacrificial anodes. They're right here on both sides of your motor. And I believe, I don't know, there may be another one. I'm not positive. So here's some other information, okay? At 300 hours, you're going to want to replace the accessory drive belt, spark plugs, water pump, impeller. It talks about your engine oil. 6 liters is what it takes, or 6.3 US quarts. That's why you have to order 7. You're going to use a partial. So there's some good information here. And they do have a QR code. This is for storage information, probably how to winterize your boat. All right, we're going to go ahead and remove the oil fill cap. This is going to help us when we loosen the other end to have all the oil drain out. We'll know it's all drained out. Any kind of air gap will be removed from that. First thing you're going to do now is you're going to loosen this nut right here a little. Here comes the oil. Okay. We're going to let that drain. You just want to crack it, okay? Now we're going to put our hose on. We'll put our hose on right here. Okay. Now we're going to slowly turn that nut until the oil begins to drain. Here comes the oil. All right, now that our oil is completely drained, we're going to go ahead, take that hose off, and plug this hole. You know, it's kind of wise, though, to go ahead and spin it tight before you remove the hose in case there's any residual. I mean, you're going to get a drop or two. Have a shop towel or something around to go ahead and wipe things down. You know, you don't want oil everywhere. Shop towels. I buy these by I don't know how many come in a bag. I get them at Walmart. They're cheap. You get a bunch of them for like $9. It's also what I use to wipe the boat down. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this hose off. And there we go. That's it. Now we're going to take our 5/8 wrench and we're just going to snug this down again. Okay, and we're good. Now we're going to take off our filter. And right below our filter, you see this little hole? We're going to connect our hose right here in case any residual oil decides to come out when we remove the filter. There's a little rubber plug that goes in here I've removed. All right. Got this loose. We're going to go ahead. Oops. We don't want that hose to come off. Okay, now I'm just going to back the filter out. And there's your Mercury oil filter. You see that? That part number? 3587776 1K01. It's a full-size filter. The ones that come on like the Heritage and the Classics are little baby ones. Now we're going for install with the filter. Just gonna screw that on. Mind you, you haven't done anything else. The only thing you've done is tighten the drain plug down here. The cap's still off. We haven't put oil in it yet. You definitely want to put the filter on before you put the oil on. So we're going to go ahead and we got that snug. Now we're going to give it like less than a quarter turn with a filter wrench, and we're done. All we got to do is add oil. Filter wrench. We've put our filter wrench on it. We've snugged it up. I'm going to go ahead and remove that hose from that little supplemental drain. Go ahead and clean that up. And we're almost done. I mean, the hard part to this, you guys, is really just being patient and letting all the oil drain out. It's not very difficult. I would not spend any money at a shop on an oil change on one of these boats. Any of these 4-strokes are so easy to work on. Got our funnel ready to go. Now we're just going to add oil. 6.3 quarts is what they call for. I'm going to put in 6 and then give it a minute and then check and see how much more we need to put in. Like I said, it's a very quick job. Like I said, just be patient. Oh, shit. All right, now we're going to let that sit for a minute and let it kind of get there, get in the engine, get where it needs to be. I'll go ahead and drop it back down a skosh. Gonna give that some time to get through the gear casing, get all situated. I got some sweat, my child. So we're basically done, but like I said, we want to fill this up with oil. We got 6 quarts in it right now. We're gonna let that get all in where it needs to be. Then we'll check the dipstick, and like I said, they want 6.3, so we'll give it that. So you see what we're dealing with here? What we're going to do is basically go to about the 12. There's the oil is good. It's above the add line about halfway. So I'm only going to put in exactly what they specified. We're good. 1/3 of this, which is another about 1/2 inch. They have a nice clear window on the back that shows you where you need to be. And I'm right there. I mean, I'm just below it, but that's fine. We're good. All right, all that's left to put the cap on. Right there. And then the cowling, and we're done. I'm gonna go ahead and check all the connections. I know things are pretty tight because the motor runs perfectly. But you do want to take a peek, you know. If you see anything out of line, this is the time. That's an oil change on 150 horsepower 2018 Mercury Outboard on the 4-stroke. Have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you real soon. Take it easy.